There we go. Hi, welcome back to Factu-tainment. And Zero Yeti, would you still love me if I was a worm?
You're all motherfucking bitches for not donating $100 billion to our thing. Just kidding, we're not some people.
you didn't answer my question, Chris. Would you still love me if I was a worm?
Yeah.
He's dodging the question. He doesn't love me. Oh, interesting. Goodbye. Also, I don't remember the name of the game. I just know it looks kind of silly. Random fact number 1. Did you know that with every step I get closer to killing you?
I'm not running away. I'm waiting.
No, not you, Zero. Just the viewers in general. I'm coming for you. No, Zero, unfortunately... Yeah. What's the word? You're Okay, Richard, okay. What was I to say? Your punishment is living.
Fuck you.
Fuck me all you want, it won't change my mind. Penis blast.
With 25 billion hours, or around 2.8 million years of total gameplay, where people have played Call of Duty, people have played Call of Duty for longer than the course of human existence.
Interesting. You know, Call of Duty isn't even a great game.
In ancient Rome, for males, homosexuality was not only completely normal, but also thought of as a sign of masculinity, as the truest of males fucked other men.
You know, I think my favorite thing that I've ever seen out there was like a comic that's like, you're gay because you love men. I'm gay because I hate women. We are not the same. And it was like what's the word? It was like the Japanese gays being the ones that like men, and then the Greek or Romans being the gays that hate women. And I found it to be kind of funny.
It reminds me of, I think it's fucking Jello Apocalypse and his crew recently made a video where it's like they have, instead of a trans exclusionary radical feminist, the main villain as a game is a trans inclusionary radical menace. Where he hates women so much, but he's fine if you transition from female to male. And they have him be like, you see, joining the winning team.
God damn it.
It's awful, but hilarious.
No, I get it. I get the joke. Hey, game, do you want to let me in? There we go.
Someone said, imagine being so gay that you're a misogynist.
I mean, don't gotta imagine. So, like, some gays really hate women.
They really do.
Yeah.
I mean, our culture in general just hates women for some reason.
Well, you probably didn't. Well, actually, you did probably know this, but my ex, you know the one I'm thinking of. He hated women. And it was really awkward having him in the same room as one of our women friends.
Oh yeah, I didn't know he hated women.
It was. I don't want to get into it. Actually, I would like to stop this train of thought. Next fact, please.
I'm neither male nor female, so fuck you. The most. What? Sorry, this phrase weird. Most of the consumer standards like car seat belt length, AC temperature sensitivities, phone sizes, crash dummies, etc., are all dimensioned with the reference of. We were just talking about how the world hates women. They're all referenced to the average American man.
Oh.
Due
Yes,
to
no
this,
more.
a woman involved in a car crash is 47% more likely to be seriously injured and 17% more likely to die.
Oof, that is a whole can of oofs.
Although I will say with air conditioning, I know the story behind air conditioning. I forget a couple of the very specifics, but the air conditioning, the reason a lot of like women and smaller men think it's really cold in like office buildings when they do the AC during summer and spring and like early fall, is because the guy who designed the central heating and air system that basically became the basis for all central heating and air systems used throughout the world today, used himself as the guinea pig and like the test dummy. And so he set all the standards based off his own preferences. And he was a 350 pound, like 6 foot tall guy from like New England. So
I mean, if you're gonna base the standard off of something, that would definitely be a good standard to base it off of.
like I understand that, but like he based it off of himself. It wasn't intentionally he hated smaller people. It's like, and like as someone who's 6 foot tall, 300 some odd pounds, yeah, I got insulation. I got a layer of insulation. Kind of keeps me from being as cold. As like, because like I was doing garage sales with my parents earlier, and I noticed that like I was wearing, I wore a jacket and I had shorts on, but I had like shoes, socks and stuff. And it's like 40 degrees outside. We're putting stuff outside to do the garage sale, and my dad's wearing a similar outfit to me. Then my mother, and then her friend who came over to help us, were like bundled up in multiple layers because it's like they're smaller and lighter than us, and they lose heat faster. So it's just I was thinking about that.
Yeah, no, that's why a lot of my what's the word I'm looking for? Back like during like the college days, that's why my usual outfit like during the winter to get places were like sandals, shorts, a t-shirt, and like a jacket of some way, shape, or form. Like in the early like periods of like winter, because like it was gonna be cold out, yeah, but I was gonna go to buildings that had like some kicking heating systems.
Or like my brother and my brother is significantly shorter than me. And he used to be very, very light. Now he's like pretty average for his size. Granted, I'm overweight, but like when we just like look at us when we dress for winter. Yeah, we'll both put on coats, and if it's like snow on the ground, I'll put on pants. But if it's like 40 degrees outside, I'll wear a jacket and then some shorts and some tennis shoes, and he'll wear a thick flannel coat or like a shop coat, because they make like the Carhartt shop coats, and then like thick pants. And that's just because he's an order of magnitude of like 4 inches and over 100 pounds lighter than I am. And it's just, you lose heat faster when you're smaller. It's why elephants have a fairly low body, like they don't have a fairly low body temperature, but it's like they don't have to burn as much resources to maintain that body temperature as like a prairie dog does.
Yeah.
It's also why a part of the reason whales got so fucking big.
Wow.
is you maintain heat. And water is a really, really quick way to lose heat. It's
Mhm.
actually why you don't see small marine mammals typically. Like you see sea otters, they're kind of the exception. But even then, they have really thick fur to maintain heat.
Mhm.
It's like, why don't you see like 2 foot long dolphins? Because
Because.
once you get that size, you're literally losing, as a mammal, you're literally losing more heat to the environment than you can hold.
Oh.
Like you can maintain. Um, there is some smaller whale. There is some smaller, like the vaquita, although it's basically extinct. Is a very small porpoise, but it lives like exclusively in the Bay of California, where it's
Mhm.
warmer waters. Um, you see like some smaller species in freshwater, like the bahi, which is unfortunately now extinct, but like the Yangtze porpoise, and then I think it's the Lakota that's smaller. I know the Amazonian river dolphin, that's very large.
Mhm.
But they're able to get smaller because they live in freshwater environments that are generally tropical. So they're able to maintain body heat better. It's why manatees like the Amazonian and the African are generally smaller, while as manatees like the Florida manatee is larger.
Hmm.
Because Florida manatee lives not in the tropics, and although they do venture down to the tropics, and they typically inhabit colder environments, like colder, more open ocean environments. Although you do see them in like the Florida Everglades, but like they also are known as the Caribbean manatee or the West Indian manatee because they go. I think it's from Brazil and then all the way up to Martha's Vineyard. Granted, they do a bit of migrating.
Wait, Martha's Vineyard is like an actual place.
Yeah.
I thought
Did
it
you
was.
did you not realize this?
I thought it was like a. How did I put this? I thought it was like a restaurant or something.
It's an island in Massachusetts.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
I killed a man at Martha's Vineyard once. I won't tell you how.
How big are dugongs?
Huh?
I forget. I forget dugong size.
Dugongs are fun. They're my favorite
Well, the
Pokemon.
West Indian is the largest. Although I guess dugongs are smaller and they are almost entirely saltwater species, but they also tend to inhabit more tropical waters.
Hmm.
You know what the difference between a dugong and a manatee is?
I do not.
So the part of the difference is like their lips on their head are like structured different, but the other part is manatees have one big paddle, while dugongs have like a split tail with two individual like fins.
Hmm. Interesting. Do they give good hugs?
Uh,
You don't know,
It's
or you
also
won't tell me.
the other three species of manatee, like the other three species in the Cernian family, are limited to the Atlantic Ocean and then like the continents of South America and Africa, while as the dugong inhabits the Indian Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dugong did have a close relative in the Steller's sea cow, which once lived in the Bering Strait and the Greater Pacific.
Hmm.
But it went extinct, unfortunately, in 1700.
I wonder what happened in the 1700s.
Whaley!
We're whalers on the moon. We carry a harpoon. So we don't there, then sing a merry tune. Everybody!
Wailing!
We're whalers on the moon. We carry a harpoon. We sing a merry tune. From the top now! I'm kidding, no.
Damn.
Did you know that Taco Cat spelled backwards is still Taco Cat?
Yes.
That is what is known as a palindrome. Can you say palindrome? Great! I can't hear anything that you're saying. Ooh. That's a gun. There's a gnat flying around my room and it's driving me insane. Wait, you need to die, of course.
Do you know that dog foe oddly spelled backwards is dildo of God?
I don't believe it.
Dog food lid spelled backwards is dildo of God.
Sanctus Dildohus. Hey, did you know that a lot of the dildos that are like, oh, made with real fuck flesh are probably not good for you?
What?
Okay.
What?
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's a weird thing to say.
What?
Okay.
What?
Okay, so you know how they're like sex toys can be made out of different materials, right? Like you have stainless steel, and medically grade like silicone, glass, all that sort of stuff, right? Well, do you know like the dildos and stuff that look like hyper realistic flesh and stuff?
Yes.
Those aren't. You shouldn't put those in in your body because those aren't necessarily. I got blown up. Like people don't necessarily know what that is. You know what I mean?
Plastic or something?
I assume it's some sort of plastic. I don't know. I'm just telling you.
The silicone resin, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. I blame the porpoise.
Jenna Miscavige Hill, the niece of the chairman of Scientology, David Miscavige, first learned about the story of Xenu from watching Trapped in the Closet, an episode of South Park.
Oh, sweet Jesus. That'll never not be funny where like the whole time it's just flashing across the screen. They actually believe this.
This is not a joke. This is actually what Scientologists believe. We are not making this up. They did the same thing for Mormons as well.
With the what?
For Mormonism on an episode where they're like, this is not a joke. This is actually what Mormons believe happened. Because they were diving into all of the insane like stuff of like he has the plates, but only 6 people have ever.
Yeah, no, it was like a musical episode. Like every time he would say something, they would be like dum da dum dum dum.
Yeah.
And then when the one lady was like, "Hey, I'll take the plates when he's not looking, and he'll have to tell us like how he like does it," and then it's like smart. I mean, I can't say Mormonism is necessarily good or bad because, like, the people who follow Mormonism are still kind of fucked up.
Let's not even get into the Martin Cain bullshit.
The what and what bullshit?
Mark of Cain.
The fuck's the mark of Cain?
I'm gonna have to dive into this, aren't I? Well, I guess that is a random fact, whatever.
Yeah, do you want to end it right now?
No, I'll dive into the Mark of Cain as our last random fact.
I'm afraid you
Okay, so I know about this because I had people I was close with in high school, and I ended up doing a deep dive on this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up just to get 100%. Right. So I'm not just pulling it out of my memory. So, hang on, I'm trying to pull it out now. I'm trying to pull it up swiftly.
No, it's all good.
It deals with the Mormon church having slaves.
What?
I guess it should be noted that eventually Joseph Smith ended up becoming not a full abolitionist, but he was anti-slavery at the end of his life, apparently.
Interesting.
Okay. So, there are the teachings of the curse of Cain and the curse of Ham. They are both related to black and as well as indigenous people.
Oh, no.
The first leaders of Joseph Smith and Brigham Young both referred to the curse of Ham as a justification for black enslavement
Oh,
at a
no.
point in their lives. Smith believed that dark skin marked people of black ancestry as cursed by God.
Uh-huh.
In his revisions of the King James Bible, he introduced in the direction of the Book of Abraham. He traced their curse state back to the curses placed on Cain and Ham. He linked the curses to within the Book of Abraham by positioning Ham's Canaanite cursed posterity as matrilineal descendants previously cursed Cain.
Uh-huh.
According to the Bible, God cursed Adam's son Cain and put a mark on him after Cain killed Abel, though the text does not explicitly state what the nature of the mark was. Smith's canonized sculpture, The Pearl of Great Price, described the mark of Cain as dark skin. The church, during Brigham Young, stated, "What is the mark of Cain? You will see it on the countenance of every African you ever meet."
Oh, no.
In another biblical account, Adam's eighth great-grandson Ham discovered his father Noah drunk and naked in his tent. Because of this, Noah cursed his grandson Canaan, Ham's son, to be servant of servants. Though LDS scriptures do not mention the skin color of Ham and that of his son Canaan, some church teachings associate the Hamitic curse with black people and use justify enslavement of black people as well.
So, is that it?
I can dive into it further if you want.
I just the TLDR so far. So, if I'm to understand this correctly, the mark of Cain is the justification. Like it's like, okay, I really don't want to say it because I feel like I'm gonna say something fucked up, but the mark of Cain was essentially like, hey, so Cain fucked up, and that's why there's black people now, and that's like the Mormon explanation, right? Am I?
Yes, and this was official doctrine until 1978, when the church ended it and the temple and the priesthoods were were allowed. So basically, the Mormon Church, had a priesthood and temple position ban in effect that banned anyone who wasn't white from holding those positions.
Uh-huh.
And then Apostle Bruce R. McConkie said that the curses of Cain and Ham were no longer in effect. And then it wasn't until 2013 that the church leaders disavowed the idea that the curse of Cain and the curse of Ham were ever a thing associated with black skin to begin with. And since then has been the official like statement of the Mormon Church that the curse of Cain and the curse of Ham had nothing to do with skin color, and Mormons never believed that to begin with, and so it was never a thing. And why do you keep bringing it up?
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
You know, they talked about it a little bit in what's it called, in that South Park episode where they talked about Mormonism, where like a Native American showed up as a ghost, and the person who started Mormonism's like, wait, so why are you Native American? And the Native American's like, because I'm cursed to look like this. And it's like, oh, ha ha ha, you know, just something like South Park being quirky and like a little bit racist. But hearing this, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, there's a whole thing with Mormonism, how there was a sect of fucking like Christianity that moved to North America, and then that split into a couple sects, and then one of them became every Native American tribe in the country. It's like, fuck.
Well, this has been Random Facts Friday.
Yeah, this isn't really random facts anymore.
This is our insane ramblings of madmen. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, my mouse died. Okay.